want some fun radio, just tune in on the days where John Burt's sitting in as a co-host or a guest host on the radio show. He brings folksy to a whole new level. But without further ado, we're pleased to have State Representative John Burt, who hails from Goffstown and represents Ware and Deering, also in the State House, for the next few minutes. Representative John Burt.
Thank you, Rich. Can everybody hear me? All right, I want to make sure, is Kim here? Kimberly? She's right here. In case I offend anybody in here, I want Kimberly to make sure that the safe space area is set and ready to go. Because for some reason I've done that in the past, I don't know why, but there are sensitive people among us. Now the other thing I was wondering is, who here really believes that CNN sucks? That's right. The problem is we have, well, I can't say WM and blah blah down the road. They're just as bad. The rest of them, I mean, it's sad. Just look at the media that we have that fights against the conservative agenda. And look what happens. President Trump goes overseas and he's greeted pretty happily in most areas that he shows up in. Poland, they treat him good. They're all happy with him. And the reason is that hopefully we're going to start pushing the conservative agenda down there, which, you know, sometimes I wonder if it's worth even, bothering with D.C. Maybe if we just get rid of them altogether and just go back to states' rights, I think is the best thing to do. Now on Tuesday, I am going to Alaska. It is going to be cool up there. Now the problem is I have to go to Mass to fly out of Boston, and I am carrying in Alaska, so I'm a little nervous, but all my friends that do it every day, they said, John, it's not a problem. But I've never gone to Mass that I'm willing to admit with my gun. So, of course, I'll have it in my lockbox and everything else and try to comply with their silly little rules down there. But what we need to do is to make sure that we get constitutional carry through the whole country. That is what we need. We have worked extremely hard in New Hampshire. I personally have sponsored or co-sponsored constitutional carry in New Hampshire many times. For some reason, I wasn't on it this year, and it passes. So hopefully that doesn't mean something against me, but I was pretty happy to stand next to the governor when he signed that in. And I think the governor was a little surprised when I'll tell you, my emotions got the best of me during the sign-in, because bottom line, one of the main reasons I went up there, I'm from Vermont, the land of the free with a gun, because Vermont left me in the 90s. So that's when I moved to New Hampshire, because they went so far to the left. Luckily over there, it's in the Constitution that it's so hard that they're not going to ever get gun control over there. But I'm very dear to me to have this. So when the governor signed it, he stood up, shook a bunch of hands, and I gave him a big bear hug, and I thought that was pretty funny. Now, one thing that I want to make sure everybody understands is that we do have a U.S. Congress race coming up. I have thrown my name out there that I may look at it and may run. I'm still on the fence. I am looking at other options, and I want to have you guys help me with that decision. The other options are to stay in the House and possibly run for Speaker of the House. And then the last option is to stay in New Hampshire and not go to D.C. and run against Lou D'Alessandro. Now, according to the town worker guys, somehow I win my race, pretty overwhelmingly. Last time I beat the poor guy that ran against me, 1,807 votes. And they say that's a lot in a small district. But it's going to be extremely hard to pop Lou out. But I think I could grab the votes, but I'm going to need help. So I need help on making this decision because I want to make it a month ago. Because as time goes by. Now for Speaker, personally, I like the current Speaker. Personally. It's policy that I don't like. We're not sticking to the policies that is set in stone in the platform. Some of his chairs are good, but others, they should be Democrats. And that is where some of our problems lie. Is because once something passes out of one of those bad committees, the other leadership is forced to vote for this crap. And that is the conflict that we have. So that's one of the reasons I was thinking of running for Speaker. And David Bates is also thinking about it. I don't want to throw his name out there, but I hope he does, because we need more than just me running to send a message that we need to go back to the conservative values. So I hope you guys can help me with this to come up with the conclusion of, where should I be in my future. And, I want to thank everybody for being here today. And remember, the U.S. Congress race, we have to work hard to get rid of Shea Porter. Oh my God. What a disaster she is. And the sad thing is, we have Hassan and whoever the other one is married to the lawyer. Shaheen. They're all just disasters down there because, they won't even look at what is good for America. All they're looking at is party. They're going to vote whatever Hillary and Obama and that crowd tells them to vote. So I want to thank you for your time, and God bless America, and thank you, everybody.
Excellent.